Hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday, where I'm back as your host, Dane Hennon, right here. And to my left, Anthony Fisher.
Dane, thanks for having me. Happy to be here. Happy Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
It is one of the best days of the week, right? Mm-hmm. Where today we're going to be answering your questions, solving all of your life's problems, creating new problems, and things that you can just simply spin on and think about for the following week until we return. But hold on.
Wait.
Dane.
That actually might be a problem.
That is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be here next week. We're not going to be here next Thursday. What are we doing?
Well, we're actually going to be in an entire other state. We're going to be on the other side of the country, for that matter.
I don't know if I'd go that far, Dane.
Pretty much. We're going to the opposite side of the country.
Well, we might be somewhere in the vicinity of Georgia. Specifically
in Georgia,
specifically about an hour and a half north of Atlanta, and we'll be somewhere in the mountains and probably some fancy house, probably eating some fancy steak dinners, and probably shooting some detailing related content. How does that sound?
To me. I'm down with that.
Now, we'll get to that here in a little bit, right?
Okay.
But we do have some just general housekeeping that we need to cover right now.
For one, you'll get your housekeeping, but I don't want to leave our friendly detailer just hanging around this whole time. That's right. We've got guest star Carson Black. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
You're
guys.
detailing away.
Thank you for having me. Last week was amazing. I was a co-host last week, and now I got kicked back down to this car wash boy. So
hey, you're coming to Georgia with us.
I know. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna wash Nick's dirty Sequoia today using some Chemie products and Optimum products. I'm really excited to do this, and he definitely deserves this car wash, so I'm going to make it a good one.
Gotcha.
Nice. And the camera doesn't do it justice. Yeah. It's dirtier than it looks on screen. Absolutely. I'm looking at it here. To my eyes, dirtier. Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Carson, you keep working hard. Keep detailing, and eventually you might end up back here at this table.
Maybe one day when Dane's sick again.
Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah, maybe one day. But I'm surprised you didn't introduce yourself as it's your boy Carson.
No.
Or full send Carson.
I don't do that. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you normally say, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well,
he's really good at that.
Anyways, so Carson's going to be laying down the law here doing this wash, so he'll be kind of busy in the background, but we are going to be here at the forefront answering your questions and kind of, shooting the stuff. But let us jump into a little bit of housekeeping, shall we?
Let's do it. What do you got?
So this week at the Rag Company, we are, I guess we are starting to kind of rear up for the, not rear up, I guess that's the wrong word to use. We are getting ready. We are preparing ourselves for a busy October.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was looking for because, believe it or not, it's the end of September. I can't believe it. This month has absolutely flown by, and fall is right around the corner, which means that fly season is here. So I don't know why I just did it like that, but if there's fly season.
He was swatting a fly.
There's flies everywhere. Idaho is that we call it the infestation that happens, and some reason this time of year, house flies, horse flies, all flies.
They're coming in from the pastures, the fields, everywhere that there's crops being grown. You start to get some of that cut hay and stuff like that, and they start finding homes in there, and there's just a whole bunch of them just start popping out.
Yeah.
Not a pleasant image, but...
Definitely not a pleasant image, but it's something that is happening. So right now we are kind of getting through that, but also a little bit colder weather in the morning, meaning that we're kind of waking up and we are finding dew on our cars or finding just maybe a little bit of frost in the air, right, which is nice. Leaves are going to start changing here soon.
Yeah.
But that means that here in Idaho, at least here in the Northwest, right, that we only have another probably 2 months of probably water washing that we'll be able to get away with here with running water at our homes. So meaning that this is kind of your... I don't want to say your last hoorah in order to prepare your vehicle for the long winter, right? Some people will store their vehicles. Some people will protect and correct and do everything before winter if they want to do that, or they plan on waiting till spring. So the way I see it is that as long as your vehicle can get through winter properly and avoiding brushes and avoiding car washes and things like that, then your vehicle should hopefully remain scratch-free and preserved by that following spring.
Fair enough.
So we are finding a lot of people are stocking up on a lot of chemicals, a lot of supplies in preparation for the long winter. A lot of people are going to be rinseless washing, obviously. But coming into October here, spooky season, we do have some special things planned, and I highly recommend keeping an eye out for that. Now, other things. Ultra Air Blaster Mini was launched just a few weeks ago, and we've had fantastic reception from that tool. The Air Blaster Mini is essentially, it is a miniature version of our Ultra Air Blaster 2.0.
But the power isn't reduced. It's actually
arguably increased,
powerful.
yeah. So with the new Ultra Air Blaster Mini, right, it's just a complete straight-through design at this point, and it still has the replaceable bearings, which is cool, but what we like about it is that it's more compact. You can just grab and go. You don't have to worry about grabbing something specifically by the handle to make sure your hand is properly aligned. You can use the trigger with your thumb. You can use the trigger with your pinky, your palm, however feels most comfortable. But we've also dropped the price down in comparison to the Ultra Air Blaster 2.0. So this is going to be coming in at a even $34, which is sweet. And you're, of course, going to get 3 fittings on here for whatever type of quick disconnect that you have. Outside of that, one cool thing is that if you go to add that to cart, Nick, what happens?
What does happen?
What the heck?
Oh.
So we wanted to try to give back where we can, and we think that this is a really cool little addition here where you buy an Air Blaster, and we're offering 50% off of a bearing kit, meaning that if you want to have replacement bearings on hand, just in case they get gunked up or anything happens with them, you'll be able to replace them for a really affordable price. So here, we can kind of come out of here, Nick, and I'll just kind of showcase this for you. Gabriel was kind enough to grab this for me. So this is the Air Blaster Mini. As you can see, it fits in the hand comfortably.
I love that trigger.
What I like to do is just wrap my thumb around the top there, and then fingers kind of wrap around the bottom, and I think that feels really nice in the hand. Again, you can also use it the other way around and use your bottom fingers, however you want to do it, right? This does have the swivel attachment on it from the rag company, so we have our little swivel adapter you can put on there as well, so this actually swivels and rotates as it should. But then bearing replacement again, right? So your cone's just going to spin off.
Easy.
And after a few threads, you're going to pull out your bearings, and this is what that looks like. So you can go ahead and replace these, clean these, do a very mild lubricant, something that's very thin, and you can relube them. You can drop them back down into the barrel there, and then go ahead and twist back on your cone, and you are ready to rock and roll. So $34, awesome price. I do recommend picking up extra bearings when you can. At least get a 2-pack of extra bearings so you know that you won't have any bearing related issues with all of the water and dirt, debris.
The swivel is worth it to me. I really like the swivel.
Yeah, and the swivel is awesome as well. So a lot of people are loving this. They think it's super awesome. We think it's super awesome, and we hope you try one out. If you have an air compressor and you're wanting to finally pick up a little blowout tool, this is an awesome just grab and go solution. And again, $34. You can pick it up at Amazon. You pick it up at theragcompany.com. Pick and choose what is the best option for you.
Sweet.
Now, some other things, right? So we've launched that. We've had the question, are we launching anything else? Is anything else new? Well, we do have our new interior scrubbers, right? Which are, they're 4-pack, and the interior scrubbers are going to be kind of your go-to vinyl, leather, interior plastic cleaning tool that are, pretty robust and really durable. And it was kind of about time we created an interior scrubber. We've had many other companies do it. We're like, let's do it, but let's do it a little bit different. And so we've launched a 4-pack of that, which is awesome. And those, for the most part, you really can't use them improperly. I would just say avoid using them on piano black plastics.
Okay.
And obviously they're really not meant for paint, so I wouldn't use them on paint. But everything else is pretty fair game. So those have been launched. I don't know if Nick was able to find those up on the website. Interior scrubbers, possibly. I hope they're up on the website. I think we have some here. We've been using them.
Yeah.
We have them on don't we have them on TikTok too? Right? Yeah. Interior scrubber should be somewhere on theragcompany.com. Type in scrubber, Nick. See what happens. There we go. Interior scrubbers there. You're going to have one side in black, the other side is in gray, and it is held together with a corduroy suede edge. So for this edge here, we wanted to do something a little bit different. We find that corduroy edge is just a little bit more durable and offers a little bit of scrubbing power in comparison to just a pure butter soft suede. And so pictures there, it is flexible. It is going to do a good but delicate job at cleaning everything. It's going to build up a good lather. And again, $15 for a pack of 4, which is a pretty good deal. I'm pretty stoked on
Yeah.
that. Now, there is going to be, last but not least, there is going to be another product
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
featured
about.
today. I'm not
Ooh.
going to draw too much attention to it.
I
I'm
think
already
people
drawing.
pick
I'm already
up on
drawing
it.
too much attention to it.
Well,
Why am
now
I
they
talking
know
about
they're
it?
going to be looking for something.
There's something else that we're going to be using today that will also be coming soon, and my hint to
How
you,
soon?
very soon.
Like,
My hint is to
real
sign up
soon.
for the Rag Company newsletter,
okay.
so you don't miss out when a new product launches.
It's
And
something people have spent a long time bringing up, talking
bringing it
about.
up, and I think
asking?
that I think we've come up with a pretty cool solution for that. So, anyways, you'll see that here a little bit later today in the feed as they continue on with the wash. So just kind of keep an eye out for what Carson's
Yeah.
doing there in the backdrop once it gets to that. All right, Dane.
All right. I'm ready to go with some questions, some
Questions?
comments,
Let's
some
do it.
introductions, some
Okay.
hellos. I'm going to go ahead and start things off here with one who shall remain nameless. What are we going to call him today?
What do you think?
I want to call him Pedro.
Like Pedro's and Pascal?
Could that Pedro, or could be vote for Pedro?
Pedro's just in everything lately.
Pedro just, he knows he's overexposed. So anyway, Pedro here saying good afternoon and happy Friday, TRC family. Coming at you today, he says, from 35,000 feet flying over Utah on the way to Las Vegas with spotty Wi-Fi. I will be landing soon, so I'll likely be catching the replay. I hope y'all have a great week. Well, we certainly hope you have a great week as well, Pedro. Take care out there, and safe landings for you. All right.
That's a good way to put
Yeah,
it, Dane.
that's a good way. Safe travels, all that. Don't want to jinx anything. All right. So Dan Pfeiffer here. What's he saying?
Says, good afternoon. Word up from my sunny garage from my garage in sunny Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday, TRC gang. Detailing the wife's car today. Ooh. It has been neglected this month using a full suite of KCX and PNS products. Ooh.
All right.
That's what I like to hear, Dan.
Have fun with that. And hello, TRC team from the he's everywhere, ubiquitous Humberto. So welcome first from Puerto Rico. Now moving up the line, everybody's saying hello to everybody. We go to Mac Bergson, who's saying, hey everyone, I'm back from Germany. Shout out to Hans. I tried to watch last week, but couldn't stay up past 10 p.m. Mac, that's okay.
It's all right, Mac.
It's a thought that counts. And knowing that you tried, well, that counts.
Yep.
All right. DIY with Kame. What's he saying?
Hello, TRC team. Checking in from Milwaukee. Nice. Good to have you here in the house, Kane.
And the man with the dragon tattoo himself, Hans closing. Hello, hello, hello. Happy post-wash Wednesday.
Nice, Hans. Glad you still remember.
Yes. And then
Never-
we have
never
Andre
forget.
here just laughing his head off for some reason. I don't know what's going on. He's having a moment, it looks like. David Cervantes, Mr. Tires. What's up, guys? Well, we're running a show. What's up with you, David? Then we've got a hello here from Carlos. And we have more maniacal laughter from Andre. Still not sure what that's about. Pedro, we're losing altitude. Not sure how much longer I'll be on. That sounds ominous. Maybe rephrase that. Dark Dragon 525. Hello, everyone. We'll get there. Andre saying he forgot something. Okay, he's just... I don't know.
He's talking about our intro.
What?
Dana's walking around the pre.
Oh,
He
he
thinks it's funny.
I mean,
There's nothing wrong with him, Dane. He's just laughing at the fact that maybe I forgot that my wrapper with my beef jerky or whatever. Remember?
Okay, so I'm just making sure I understand what's going on. Oh, look at this! Perfect Detail USA. We got Tay. What's up, TRC fam?
Wow, I didn't know we were gonna have famous people in the chat
Yes.
today. Brad,
Looks
what's
like
going on, man?
We got some special guests.
Oh yeah, we do.
Happy to have you here, bud. Followed by Mac saying, yes, Dane is back. I appreciate that, sir. Thank
Dane,
you.
does that make you feel pretty good?
That makes me feel pretty good.
I bet it does. Yeah.
It does. Hydra with a hello all. Don't worry, there are some detailing questions coming up. I'm just getting through our introductions. And, okay, there's actually quite a few here. Where am I? One who shall remain nameless, a.k.a. Pedro. Next week, is Lucas and Gabe running the show? Or rather, are Lucas and Gabe running the show? No.
They will be with us.
Gabe will also be with us in Georgia. Lucas will still be busy here, though. All right. Then we have... Oh, nope. Already did that one. Ooh, Brian here. Thoughts on Stoner Invisible Glass as a general surface cleaner. Now, Invisible Glass is one of those detailing products that I was using long before I learned anything else about detailing. Like, Invisible Glass was just the go-to. I liked it a lot. But as far as a general surface cleaner, Anthony, we've been to a lot of car shows in our day. If people don't have a real familiarity with detailing products, what's the first thing they tend to go to?
Glass cleaner.
Yeah.
Well,
what is it about that stuff?
Windex, spray away.
It's spray away and it's Windex a lot, but I think it's spray away even more often.
Spray
and then
pretty,
Invisible
pretty.
Glass is like up there in that top 3 also. But
So here's the thing. I think that glass cleaners in general, there's not really a whole lot wrong that can happen there. I mean, it's it depends, right? Some the alcohols in them, things like that can possibly degrade a protection, dry something out.
They're not going to offer lubrication for a long period of time because they flash off really fast.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people in body shops use glass cleaners, right? Glass cleaners are a great thing to use in body shops. I think that a lot of people who do wet sanding use a lot of glass cleaners. As a general surface cleaner, like for example, like these countertops back here, these if I want to wipe down these countertops, absolutely I can use glass cleaner. Mm-hmm. They're PPF, but it doesn't matter whether they're PPF or not. You can still use a glass cleaner. I think it kind of just depends on what you're spraying it on and what the effect could be due to the alcohols in some glass cleaners or the surfactants in some glass cleaners, right? In the case that some of them may have some light degreasing properties, some things like that. What's the effect and what's it meant for? But I'll tell you right now that, people use glass cleaners on stainless steel all the time. People use glass cleaners on granite countertops all the time. People use glass cleaners on glass, mirrors, wooden countertops. It's the in a certain sense, like maybe some of the chemical makeup of it could disinfect something possibly to a light degree, a little bit of alcohol on the surface. Minor. I think what's nice about glass cleaners is people like to spray on something that foams and it feels fun. I think Invisible Glass in general, I think that their aerosol glass cleaner is a good glass cleaner. Mm-hmm. I do wish that every time every one I've used, right, I go to spray it, it's not like a powerful aerosol stream. It's always kind of like a little bit weak, but then it starts to foam on the surface, and that's fun. But like spray away, right? You lay down. That thing is pressurized.
It goes ham.
Crazy.
They put a little extra in those.
Yeah, because when you start spraying spray away, it's like bam, it like expands.
It literally has recoil when you press the button.
It does. It does. So, but yeah, I think it's generally fine.
My argument on that front is what makes a glass cleaner good makes it less good at being an anything else cleaner when it comes to other surfaces of a vehicle where you're concerned about swirling or marring or things of that nature. Because a good glass cleaner, it's going to flash away pretty quickly. You're not going to have stuff left on the surface, which is appealing to a lot of people. You don't have that residue, generally speaking. It tends to just disappear, which, hey, that's awesome on glass. But glass is a tougher surface to work on versus your softer clears, things like that. You're not going to run the risk of scratching your glass the way you might on a soft clear or something like that. So it is a different animal, and I would say if you have the option to use a quick detailer or a waterless wash, or better yet, a rinseless wash or some other thing instead, I would always steer towards that. But if glass cleaner is all you got, I mean, you could certainly do it in a pinch. I wouldn't do that all the time if I was really concerned about micro marring, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That fair?
Yep.
Yeah. Stillies. What's he saying?
Hey, fellas, I'm smashing that like button. Thank you.
Thank you,
Smash it. Sit on it. Do whatever you want.
Whoa.
What?
Okay.
David Cervantes says, "Oh, great wizards of scents and necromancer of towels." What the heck? Anthony, I'm having trouble locating a cologne. Oh, my God. I have some Cremo Fresh Timber shaving cream, and I love the smell. You know of any similar colognes?
You're the right guy to ask.
So Cremo had a line of fragrances, and you could pick those up at Target. They had Blue Cedar and Cypress, which is a really popular fragrance that they have. You go to Cremo's website. You should see if they... I haven't been using Cremo for quite some time, but you should see if they have a Fresh Timber cologne. Cremo makes several different clones, and they're all
I
really,
love
really good.
the smell of Cremo products.
And like
in
the
general.
cost of the clones, it's like $30 or something. It's super cheap.
Cremo is on the cheaper side.
And you can use it a lot. You can use it a little, whatever, and it'll last quite some time. But yeah, I think I had the Blue Cedar and Cypress Cremo cologne, and for a while, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice. But you should see if they have the Timber one. Just go on their website.
That works. We got Gurio style, or Gurio style, however you want to say that. Hello, I'm a TRC fan from Japan. Love that. I would appreciate it if you could provide information on the durability of protector wax and hydro foam. Anthony, go.
Gotcha. Yeah, so protector wax basically when you break down the differences, protector wax is going to be wax-based. It's going to have light filling properties, so they say. And durability-wise, you'll get, few months of durability out of it. Hydrofoam sealant is a sealant-based, and it is meant to have a longer-lasting finish in general. It's not as much of it as vast as of a difference as some people might think. So protector wax maybe lasts a couple months. Hydrofoam will last maybe another month or two following that. They are both really good. Protector wax, I think, is kind of special in the fact that it uses some type of bonding process that I don't know how to describe it. It sizzles on the surface. It makes a weird sound. It's kind of fun.
People like that.
But a lot of people say that protector wax definitely has a glow to it, right, once it's done, because it is a more wax-based, where hydrofoam sealant, you'll get great water behavior, but maybe the vehicle doesn't have that same glow that protector wax has. We use both. In the studio here, I cannot tell the difference between the two visually, but I can attest to the fact that hydrofoam sealant does last quite some time, which is pretty cool. And protector wax is just really easy to use. And I think today, Carson's going to be using protector wax, and I think using it two different ways.
Two different ways.
Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Okay. Then we've got Hydra Detailing here saying, damn, that truck is dirty. To be that dirty on camera, it must be ... Yes,
it's pretty filthy.
Very dirty. So, yeah, as a general rule, you're watching YouTube videos, you're watching live streams in particular where the cameras are a different quality than you get with the more cinema-focused stuff. Anyway, dirt just kind of disappears when you're taking pictures or video of cars in certain conditions, certain settings. I mean, you like to take nice pictures of your cars, and if people could actually see them up close, they might have a different opinion sometimes, depending. But, good picture hides a lot. So in this case, we're trying to show as much as possible, and you can see it is dirty. But, watch as Carson works and see the transformation in real time, because that color does pop underneath. All right, next up, I've got Travis Aldridge. What is a good P&S Decon soap? I mean, Crystal Wash count?
Yeah,
that's more for
washes,
acid kind of stuff almost,
no,
like removing water spots.
It can be a lot of different things. Crystal wash moves for a lot of different things. A good Decon soap from PNS is probably going to be Frostbite. Frostbite, it will, how do I say this? It will do a decent amount of cleaning power on its own. You can always supercharge that with a general all-purpose cleaner of some sort and throw that into the mix as well.
Yeah.
PNS does have a lot of professional products as well that will do a better job of deconning, including Crystal Wash.
Yeah. Hydra basically said as much. Yep. And David Feinstein here, you meant ramping up, not rearing up.
Yeah, I don't know how I got those two words mixed up, but
you just got a little excited,
maybe
I guess.
I did it
Fine
because I wanted to do
Detailing
it.
says, afternoon party people.
What's going on, Ryan?
Right
What's up,
back
man?
at you, Ryan. And then I've got David Boyce here saying, is Carson foaming first with Opti Decon soap?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Yes. David Boyce is just making sure. All right. Then I got Ronnie Yacht here saying, good afternoon. Right back at you, Ron.
What's going on? Happy to have you here.
And then I have some people saying hello to Ron. Let's go to Flak Pyro. What's he saying, Anthony?
Polished and freshly coated last week to get ready for winter. Nice. See, I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. People are doing it.
No,
it's time.
They're at it. Megan here saying, hey, y'all.
Megan, what's
nice
going
to see
on?
You, Megan. Glad to have you here. And then we've got some talk about the weather. And then we've got Gurio here again. Gerdio saying, could you please let me know which product in the KCX lineup can be used as a drying aid? There's a few. You could use QF. You could use FSE if you were, dealing with some little, spots and stuff they wanted to get rid of that were recent.
You're looking at me like...
Yeah, I'm looking at you like you got some...
You want the answer.
I want your answer. People want your answer. I'm saying things here because I know they're quick detailers, but...
Okay. So QS, right, Quick and Shine, is probably going to give you your best true drying aid experience. Mainly that it's easy to spray. It's essentially like a quick detailer. It's got a little bit of protection built into it. It works really well. QF probably doesn't have the lubrication you'd be looking for as a drying aid, but what you can do is you can also take rapid rinseless wash. You can dilute that 128 to 1, 64 to 1. You can use that as a drying aid all day long, and you get a lot of bang for your buck that way. Other things that I would probably use specifically in the KCX lineup, well, there's a couple of products coming down the pipeline. They're not here yet, but we have been testing them out, and both of those can essentially be used as a drying aid to a certain degree. So those will be really exciting once they get here. And lastly, based off of memory here, going down the line in my head, I think that FSC, while it does a lot of different things in terms of cleaning, offering a little bit of protection, and also removing mineral deposits, can be used as a drying aid in the circumstance that you know that you're using hard water. Yeah. So if you know that you have a large mineral deposit in your water and you know it's sitting on the surface and you're like, hey, I'm going to dry this, but I just want a spritz, like a safety spritz, FSC would be a good safety spritz.
You're like neutralizing as you go. So
yeah,
that's
you are.
Cool.
That's exactly what you're doing. Yeah.
I see a vote for protector wax down here as well, which could be kind of interesting. I haven't used it like that.
Never used it like that, so I'm sure it probably can dilute it enough. Totally. I just haven't tried it.
Yeah, if you put it in like a spray bottle and use it like a quick detailer style.
Yeah.
Then we got Hanzo. What's Hanzo saying?
Good day, everyone. I had to remove gum from my girlfriend's car seat and was successful. I was curious, how do you remove gum from a fabric seat if it has been sitting for a while?
We talking a little heat here?
What do you mean?
You generate a little heat to get it soft enough to remove from the surface. Generally, that's I don't know what you're on about,
Dane. You're so funny.
I'm just trying.
That's but that's the Dane answer.
Oh, that's the Dane answer, but it's actually the opposite because you're saying no, make it colder so it just snaps off.
So you can take ice to it, right, to try to make it brittle, and you can try to break it away like that.
Because if I made it hot, it'd turn into a gummy mess, and it would just be going all over the place.
No, but that was the most Dane answer that you could have given me.
No, but I'm literally just looking at it going, okay, school me on it, because I don't know.
No, it's okay. But this is a Dane thing. Dane would come to work, hey, so I, for some reason, thought heat on my gum would work. Yeah. And you're like, Anthony, I need you to look at this. Yeah, I think it made it worse.
Counterintuitive, but that makes sense.
So,
hey, you know what? It's okay to admit when you're wrong.
Depending on how old the gum is, you can use ice to try to dry it out and try to, basically cool it down, make it brittle, right? And you can kind of break it off in pieces. Other things that you can do is, so steam is great, right? Because while you are heating it,
I was going to say, hold on, that's just heating it.
While you are heating it, you're forcing moisture into that spot of gum, right? And so what happens?
A hot wet towel could do.
A hot wet towel could potentially do that, but the active pressure of steam hitting that makes it easy just to start picking it off and picking it apart.
To be clear, when I talked about heating it up, I wasn't saying hold like a heat gun to it or something. Okay, no, if people were imagining that, no, I promise I'm not that stupid.
And then at a certain point, depending on how mashed in it is or how hideous it is, you can also do your best to brush it out. You can also do your best to try to cut it out. I know that there's some people that, depending on the length of the carpet or the fabric, whatever it's on, maybe not a seat, but like a just general carpet, you can usually use a razor blade and you can cut that out that way.
Carpet's one thing, but a fabric seat I would not be.
But what I would probably do on a seat is I would try to ice it out. And then I'd grab myself a plastic razor blade or a pick and start picking at it and try to get it off into chunks. And then clean that area underneath really thoroughly with a good brush, something like a color lock brush or something like a good interior scrubbing brush.
Okay, cool. Well, there we go. That's an answer. Ninja 3169 saying, will you guys make a brush attachment cone for the Ultra Mini blower?
Stay tuned.
Possibilities.
Stay tuned, Ninja.
Limitless. Okay, Carl F. here. Hanzo, have you ever played with dry ice? It's like a cross between ice and steam.
Oh, no, dry ice is great.
I mean, dry ice
if you
will
have
do a
dry
lot.
ice, yeah, I mean, if you have dry ice, you'll get rid of gum immediately, seconds. It's amazing, but yeah, not everybody has a dry ice blaster. So you can just use normal ice to freeze it out.
Whoa, okay. Holy smokes,
Carson,
everybody clap.
Ice cream party.
Hey, wow.
Something party.
Yeah. So,
$99 from Luke Berge says, hey y'all, unfortunately can't watch today, but still got a donate to the TRC donate to the TRC Cruise Fund. Happy Friday, y'all.
That
Luke,
is extremely generous of you, Luke.
we are going to put that money to use next week when we I don't know, maybe we force maybe Matt Mormon to eat something he doesn't want to eat, or maybe we use it to splurge on something.
I mean, that's worth
The
it.
cruise fund is also quite nice, but
Yes.
we're going to need...
It's more of a crew fund here because we're going to, get treats for people, that kind of stuff. That's often what happens.
Thank you very much.
But thank you very
we
much.
appreciate
That's very
that.
kind of you.
Stay safe out there. Yeah. Stay safe out there until the next cruise.
Yeah, those cruises get a little crazy.
They can't ban you from forever.
He just keeps changing ship lines because they keep banning him.
Documentary about the poop cruise on Netflix.
Oh,
No, I'm not
gosh.
watching the
No,
poo cruise.
no.
We're not talking about that.
No.
All right.
Armor Detail Supply says, hey guys, what's
Hey,
going on?
Armor.
I love those guys.
Then we got
ADS
Carl.
in the house.
Yeah, nice
Says,
to have.
should you wash the interior scrubbers before you use them? I just got them. You don't need to wash them. You just jump straight into it. No reason
There
to.
we go.
They're not a linting style product. The dye in there is already pre-treated. So yeah.
Okay. Then I've got Pedro saying, y'all should look into the Bow Shield T9 as a lubricant. It's made by Boeing and not cheap, but an awesome lube, he says. All right. For some reason, I thought it was a typo and it was called Bro Shield, and it was like some weird new startup like coating company. Yeah, you got to get yourself some Bro Shield. Everybody's like selling you stuff with backwards caps and like TikTok ads, and yeah, I can picture it now. All right, next up, we've got Hydra detailing. Would the Mini Air Blaster be good for blowing out 1 and 3 inch polish pads?
Any of the blasters would be good for that.
The Ninja here asking about scrubbers. That's fun. What's the difference in the different size or besides size about your scrubber? Okay.
So we have an edging on there. So we have a corduroy edge versus an overlock stitch. So most companies will do an overlock stitch, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the overlock stitch edge is abrasive and it can potentially scratch things that you don't want being scratched. And so we did a corduroy edge on ours. It does increase the thickness of the product just a little bit, but with enough use that should start kind of wearing down, and it won't be as thick, I should say. So that's pretty much it. I mean, the edging is one big thing, and then obviously doing multi-sided or 2 different colors on each side, 1 different color on each side, and coming in a 4-pack at $15. It's a pretty good deal.
All right. Then we have the tall man himself, Joey Belinsky, makes himself known by saying, hey, my friends, happy Thursday. Good to see the boys back at the table again. I agree, Joey.
Thanks, Joey.
Then everybody saying hi to Joey. Then we got Jimbo Slice, saying pumpkin spice GSF. Ooh, that could like bridge the seasons between that and GFX.
I know, if only there was enough time. But
The pumpkin spice product smell has been kind of taken over by some other brands over the years.
Let's
They
just
kinda own
say
it.
there will be something to bridge the seasons.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. And yes, it's not pumpkin spice, but it is really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Actually, it is cooler. It just is.
It's probably
It's definitely cooler.
100% the coolest thing you guys will see.
Yes.
And just let's say stay tuned.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this in an ominous way because it is ominous.
It is.
Dun dun dun.
Jimbo, I bet you'll like it. I think you'll like it. Amber Atkinson saying, welcome back, Dan. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Amber. I am feeling better. That was a not fun day.
Yep. I'm glad you got it out of your system, and knock on wood. We need all knock on wood, Dane, for next week.
Yes.
That all of us are feeling good.
I'm pretty convinced it was something I ate and not like a bug I contracted, because it was rumble in the tums, no good.
Okay.
Anyway, Jeff C., I'm loving the Mini Air Blaster. Can we expect the full-size version to have the trigger design updated to match someday? Now, that's a whole different animal, I think. The trigger design works the way it does on the Mini because of the shape of the Mini. I don't necessarily see a big paddle like that.
Jeff, are you saying that you like the trigger on the Mini over the 2.0 or over the original? Is that what you're saying? I guess I just want a little more clarification.
Personally, I'm a fan of the big like paddle style trigger on the Mini versus any of the other style triggers. I think it's the coolest one, and it feels really substantial. It's almost like a tongue depressor made out of metal.
Yeah, well, and then one thing, so a subtle change, because this was obviously this whole thing was, the whole design was built from the ground up here, because there wasn't anything that existed like this with replaceable bearings, right? Yeah. So this was utilizing kind of our bearing structure that we had on the previous previous version, and then adapting it to this. And I have to give a huge shout out to Josh Brodel for being the one to essentially kind of create this, right? Him and Gabriel.
I'll say between him and Gabe and him both
and Gabriel both kind of made this their little project and made this work. And then the trigger here, what's so nice about the trigger is that when in our first prototype versions, it was metal on metal. So what was happening is when you'd depress the trigger here,
click a clack.
It was gouging the metal, right? Yeah. So I kind of came up with this idea to add a rubber stopper on here, kind of like you'd have like on a door, to be able to make that just a nice affirming press and have it not scuff anything up.
It's very subtle. You don't see it unless you're looking right under there, but it does. It makes all the difference. And it feels substantial to use. In the same way that like older German cars from like the 80s and stuff, you pull on the door handles and there's satisfying like clunk to the way they move. This has that kind of like weight to it. I just really, really like it. Reminds me like when we did the Wash Wednesday with that Porsche 959, and you just click in the door and you close it, and there's something so satisfying about that. G-Wagons have the same kind of clicky-clack feel, but like in a good way, not a bad way. Ka-chunk. All right, Hans Closen, Stroop Waffle Weave Towels, finally. That's what he's hoping for as the new product. Hans, I'm just going to say right now, you will be excited at the development, but no, it is not that. Sorry. Okay, moving on. Pedro, what's Pedro say?
When are we getting a teal FTW in 365? Ooh, Pedro, never say never. Never say never.
Then Alex Dewar here, good buddy Alex, saying, catching this one later. Love you all. Yep. Right back at you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Then we've got Hydra Anthony. Do you use pre-foam or pre-spray with alkaline like Green Star in the winter period? I've seen you do that.
Yeah, I usually don't need much. I go into winter knowing that
you're more careful with your cars in the winter than the rest of us are.
But it's always worked out for me. I mean, I've never, like my wife's car, been awesome. Hers in the wintertime has been great. I mean, I don't wash it. I don't really clean it.
It's a fifth-generation 4Runner.
I just make sure the kids don't rub up on it or touch it. But that coating that's on there will hold up, and I know that. It's mostly for me. I know what to treat, where to treat, and why I'm treating it, and that's the whole point, right? Whenever you're doing a pre-foam or you're doing anything, a heavy alkaline cleaner, and what's the reason why you're doing it, right? Are you doing it because you think your vehicle needs it, or are you doing it because you know the vehicle needs it, right? And I think that there's a lot of people that will just want to spray stuff on their car because they think that that's what they have to do. They go, oh, it's winter time. I need a pH 14 soap because that's the only thing I can spray in my car to clean it. Well, that's not true. Did you just try spraying water on it first? What happened, right? And if something happens where, okay, it's not really removing anything, cool. Then I'll pre-treat it with something else. Okay, try that. Does that work? No. Next thing, right? So you'll kind of, again, it's just like a compound. You'll increasingly go to a stronger and stronger chemical when needed and if needed to tackle the job. But wintertime, I will tell you that I'm almost never using a super strong cleaner. I'm using relatively pH balanced soap with maybe a little bit of an APC here and there as needed.
Oh, I see that. Then we've got Dan Clawen, or Clawen, not sure how you want to pronounce that, but be my guest. Hello, all. Nice to see you, Dan. Welcome to the program. Then Ron also saying, hola. And then I feel like this is just a repeat of what Luke Berge said earlier, but I'm going to clap for it anyway, just because. Awesome. That was a really, really generous super chat he did. And moving along here. Thanks, Luke. Yeah, Luke is a pro. Let's see here. We've got, okay, that's page 5. Page 4. Moving along. More love for Luke in the comments. Then I've got Jeff C. For lubricating the air blasters, I've had very good luck with Triflow, general purpose lubricant. It's a Portuguese product. Mike F. approved.
No, Triflow is great.
Yep. If Mike approves it, it's probably really good. He doesn't mince words. He's a picky dude. Stodgy Mantis. What's Stodgy saying here?
Does anyone think that Gabe and Juan from Black Diamond Detailing look alike?
I think they could be distant cousins.
We'll have to tell Gabriel that.
Yeah. I think he'd be happy to hear that. Then we got Kevin Miser here saying, just did a rinseless wash last night at 10 p.m. My neighbors think I'm a little off, but couldn't stand the post-rain dirt. Kevin, keep doing it. Makes you happy. That's all that matters. Your neighbors can be sad that their cars aren't as clean as yours. Then Sheepstar pulling the old Sheepstar checking in. Hello, Sheep. And then we got Hydra here. What's Hydra saying?
Now it's winter. People should be smart enough to polish their headlights if necessary. Dark times, winter is coming. It's a great time to polish headlights. Agreed.
It's not quite winter here, but I feel what you're saying. Stealth GR4. Good afternoon, TRC. I've got an update on the Mesto sprayer I mentioned a few weeks back. Super solid and has been doing well for our classes we teach at 3D Detroit. Is it as good as an IK? Yes. That's just kind of an awkward end to that, but yes, he says. All right. I hear you, man. Well, keep reporting back. Then we got Ninja 3169. Hey, everyone. Fun fact. The human head weighs 8 pounds. Ninja, not sure where you're getting at about that, but okay, fun fact. Then we got David Feinstein. What's he saying?
David Feinstein says, any chance we can see a demo of Hyperseal today, please?
I mean,
I don't know what Carson's got planned.
I don't think he's got that on the table, but
yeah, this car actually had Hyperseal last time.
That's true. Okay, yeah. Today we're doing something a little different to it.
A little different, yep.
All right, and then we got Gurio Style here saying, could you please let me know the durability of QS and QF?
QS, I mean, there's durability-wise, it'll last you a week. QF, there's no durability. Yeah, QF is designed for people in body shops or people who have had their car recently painted and need to clean off the finish without it harming the new paint. That's QF's probably the best thing to use.
In typical German fashion, Koch has taken like a whole bunch of like small niches and made a product for like specific things. So you'll find in those cases, there's like different levels of protection. You're like, oh, it's kind of similar, but it's for very
QF
specific
and QS
purposes.
are very similar at a formula level. It's just QS will have silicone in it, which is just used for a protection aspect.
Yeah. All right, Flak Pyro.
I watched PDR guys use invisible glass on paint too. Thought it was an odd choice. Oh yeah, PDR guys will use. They don't care. They don't give a crap.
They're PDR guys. They're not detailers. Now, granted, there are detailers who also do PDR and vice versa, but most of the time, the PDR guys
do you want to know why glass cleaners are used in the PDR world?
Well, they want that quick flash off, don't they?
So they want to be able to clean an area off, but they also want to be able to have their glue stick.
Yeah, and with that quick flash off, you're not leaving something behind that's going to prevent the ability to
Well, if it has alcohol in it, then it will prep the surface for acceptance of of a glue tab, right?
It effectively operates like a panel prep almost.
Yep, 100%. So they
That's
use
why
that.
panel prep can also make for a good glass
Yeah,
cleaner
they use that all the
sometimes.
time. It just realistically, what would be nice is if they had like a waterless wash that they sprayed on first, clean the surface off, and then they use something like a glass cleaner or panel prep. That's totally acceptable, or even alcohol, just whatever. But most of the time, they'll just spray a glass cleaner on a dirty panel, take a microfiber towel that is hauntingly dirty, and
Yeah.
then clean the area. And I go, oh no.
Oh, and sheep, before
But-
you even said it, read your mind there.
Yeah. Yep.
Bam. We got Ron here. When I take the Mustang to shows, I have 2 G-Technic bags full of detailing supplies and towels. I mean, that's certainly
That's
the way to go,
to do it, Ron.
Also, Mustang shows with something that says GT in big letters on it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Hydra. Dane and Anthony, what's your favorite winter dish? Good winter stew
This is
or
the kind
winter
of
barbecue?
this is the kind of conversation I came for, Dane.
Well, this is going to derail the whole thing, and then people are going to complain.
What do you mean derail?
I'm
This
waiting
is-
to watch these numbers just take a nosedive.
Q&A Thursday was about food and life and movies.
That's
What-
Brewing A Thursdays.
what-
That's a totally different show.
Oh, well, dang it. Well, I'm happily going to answer this question. So,
Yeah, have at
good
it.
winter dish, a good winter stew, or a winter barbecue? Man, so there is something to be said about barbecuing in the wintertime.
I love the crisp air.
Crisp
with
air,
a nice grill and the smells coming off that.
There's no bugs.
No bugs.
Even with snow on the ground, a good barbecue.
Oh, no,
barbecuing with a little bit of snow on
It's
the
very
ground.
satisfying,
Fun.
actually.
I think like a comfort food for me during the wintertime, and this sucks that this is like this, but it's just how my brain works, is I like sweets. Sweets get me during the wintertime for sure. Cookies, brownies, all baked goods get me pretty good. But like you're asking about, they're asking about savory dishes.
Between those two options, I'm taking the barbecue. Just straight up. Like, I'm not a big stew guy. I find some stews to be good, but it's not generally my go-to. I feel like you, though, are more open to, like, stews and stuff in general. Yes, no, maybe.
I don't really have stews too often. Like I don't even know the last time I had like a good stew. As my mom growing up made stews all the time,
Yeah.
but like my wife doesn't make
I went to,
stews.
like, friends' houses where their parents would make stews and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
it wasn't
feel
super common
Dane,
at mine.
I just feel like stews were much more common in the early 2000s. I think we
for
grew.
me, it was the 90s and the early
well,
2000s.
we grew
yeah.
up in the era of the crock pot moms.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of that.
it was
That's
all
true.
crock pot moms,
There's
is
a
what it
whole lot of
was.
that.
It's just a lot of crock potting, and that's just what you had, right? You had
Air fryers weren't a thing
You
yet.
had tortilla stews. You had meat stews. You had shredded chicken for tacos. Pretty much everything was made in a crock pot.
Yeah.
Now we have air fryers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that kind of replaced that whole experience. So I don't know. That gives you something to go
What
off
is
of.
your no? It does not really. We didn't answer the question. What would you
Well, I told
prefer?
him winter barbecue.
A winter barbecue?
Yeah, that's what I go with.
What's
Oh,
what is it?
specifically my favorite dish?
Yeah.
Oh no, like in the winter, I would love to have like a good brisket or like some really just like juicy baby back ribs. Something like that would be really good. I'd like that.
think if you were to ask me between a stew or like a tri-tip,
I'm taking the tri-tip.
I'm taking that tri-tip
Yeah,
every time,
Give
man.
it. All right, Charlie. Atayade? I'm going to butcher that, sorry.
Hello, TRC. Greetings from Mexico City. Let me tell you, we need more of your products. Your Ultra Clay Towel works amazingly well. Thank you very much, Charlie. We
Yes,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
I know we're working on getting more products down there. Josh Petro in our wholesale department, he is trying to get distributors more active. We're trying. It's a little bit harder than you think sometimes, and I'm sure eventually we'll have a full build out, worldwide domination,
Always working
premium
on it.
microfiber.
Yeah. Oh, Juice Free himself popping in. Should I just use glass cleaner as an interior cleaner?
No.
No.
Reason for that is that, again, glass cleaners sometimes will have alcohols
You're
in
gonna
it
dry
or
stuff out.
surfactants, and you'll dry out your surfaces.
Any soft touch
had-
surfaces are going to be toast if you
well,
do it too many times.
If you've ever sprayed a glass cleaner and you've had overspray land on your door panel and you go to wipe that area, if that area was either had a dressing on it or some type of protectant on it, you will notice a visual difference where the glass cleaner has made impact or it has touched. So,
like, you can use a disinfectant wipe or some kind of like alcohol product like glass cleaner or something on interior surfaces, but when you're done, you need to go back with some kind of moisturizer or something that's going to bring that back to the surface.
Well, and I'm a crazy person, Dane.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm cleaning my interiors, right, even if I'm just like my daughter puts her fingerprints on the windows, I'll go, oh, got to grab a glass cleaner really quick, right? I go spray my glass cleaner onto the towel and maybe do a spritz on the glass, and I notice I have a little bit of runoff of the glass cleaner onto the panel. I go, oh, that's not pure. That's not. I don't want that touching the plastic. It's tainted. So then I have to go grab a spritz of Top Star on a towel and then retouch up my protection because it's that crazy.
Yeah. Now,
it's debilitating,
let's see
really.
Here. I want to ask
problem.
Carson how things are going over there.
Oh,
because
Carson,
he's been at it for a minute, and I just want to see. Carson.
Oh, hey, guys.
How's the car, son?
Hey, it's pretty good. I noticed there's a lot of tree sap on here, so I just hit it with my first layer of foam with Touchless, and there's quite a bit of tree sap right here, and then on the...
Is it coming off easy?
I'm trying it right now.
So it's funny, that tree out there, where we've been parking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tree sap city, because I noticed that my truck, in which I don't park underneath the tree, but with the wind blowing, I had sap on one of my windows for the first... I've never have sap on my cars.
Really?
But I noticed the sap and I was like, oh, crap. And so I need a zap.
Yeah.
Sap.
Using a little bit of Chemie orange power.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And they're taking it off?
Taking it off, yeah, just like butter. Putting no pressure, of course.
That sap's not like a super hard. It's pretty sticky, so it's easy.
And it's probably pretty recent too, because where he was parked, he wasn't directly under the tree either. He was over in the line. Yeah. So interesting. Glad to hear it. Were there any other things you ran into during your initial decon process?
No, I probably could have let the decon wash sit a little bit longer, but I'm anxious. I wanted to get the wash going.
Sure.
And get it done. But if I was doing this at home, kind of limited time, I'd probably let it sit for a couple more minutes. But other than that, no, everything's looking good. It melted pretty much all the bugs off the front.
Nice.
But yeah, everything's looking good.
Well, and you're not in a huge time rush because this is a 2-hour show.
That is true.
You're all right if you got to let some things linger while you go and work on something else.
That is true, but I do have a surprise for you guys in the second half.
Oh, okay.
Carson.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Our mouths are watering.
No, this is not one that you want your mouths to be watering.
Oh. Don't put my mouth on this.
His mouth is drying out as we speak.
Absolutely not.
All right.
This may put you up in HR for that.
Oh my. Well, thank you for that.
Wow.
Jimbo Slice says, Sprayway is cheap and it works. Shrug.
Yeah, Sprayway's great.
Yeah.
Actually, not going to lie, kind of love Sprayway. I use it often. Now, I'm still a fan of rinseless washing my baseboards, obviously.
Oh,
but
right.
Sprayway, I think it's just it's so satisfying.
I mean, like you said, it's got recoil.
It's just got, it's satisfying to use. I mean, do you want to know something?
Oh, no.
So, when you do toilet cleaning at home, whatever it is, right?
You're using that to clean the bowl?
Well, listen, no, not the bowl. But I will use a disinfectant, right? I'll go through, clean the bottom of the toilet, clean the sides. Use, sometimes I'll use Rip-N rags, right? That I have a separate batch of Rip-N rags as my
home
use, right? And then I wash them, and then they're just my whatever towels, right? Sometimes, right? If I'm not using the Miss Myers cleaner, right? Or maybe I'll remove most of everything, but I really want to just get the porcelain all nice and uniform looking, right? I'll just douse the whole thing in Sprayway.
Ooh,
and I do a foam party.
Oh, wow.
Sprayway foam party on the toilet, right?
Full-on foam attack.
I will tell you that it makes cleaning a toilet makes it feel a lot less like cleaning a toilet when you have it covered in foam.
You're just I don't see everything.
Yeah, you don't see it. That's Dane. It's exactly it, right? Because I'm the kind of guy where I go,
that's why.
Oh, that's a hair. And I go, that's not my hair. That's not, or I go, that's not my family's hair. And I'm like, that's gross, right? And so I start cleaning things up, and I'm like, I get grossed out with that kind of stuff sometimes. So
oh, man.
A little bit of foam to hide everything makes me feel a lot better about it.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for that. Okay, Megan, What are your favorite anti-static products, both interior and exterior? Well, I'm going to say right now, I love paint gloss. I mean, that
paint
just
gloss
works.
is pretty awesome.
I love
man.
how it smells.
There's quite a few different anti-static products out there. They are not marketed as anti-static. Not even paint gloss isn't even marketed as anti-static, but it is anti-static due to its chemical nature. But paint gloss is something that can be used on your exterior. You can actually still technically use it on your interior. So I'll put for the price, paint gloss is great.
Oh, there we go. Awesome. Then I've got Steve, ironically, Steve the Foamer. Hello, all. Let's get this started. She did not steal the products. She smiled at the guy, asked for them, and he gave them to her because she is pretty. Guys do strange stuff to impress women. Steve, if you understood the way that whole thing worked, I don't think he was trying to impress her, but I'm pretty sure they're related.
I'm glad we got started early, though.
Yeah. So for those who don't understand, there's an ad that we played during our period in between first and second half of the show. And it's, little messages, fun stuff from our brands that we work with or distributors. And there's an ad that plays where there's a hotly contested debate as to whether this particular gal is stealing a guy's products and then showing off that she's using them at a, paint and spray type place. Or did she actually go out, purchase them after seeing them, being impressed by it? And the ad shows actually a completely different day at the end. Joey seems to think otherwise, so he thinks it's the latter, but everyone else seems to think she's stealing that stuff.
The world will never know.
The world may never know. Hydra, thank you for that. That's very nice of you. Appreciate you, taking one for the team.
Carson?
So I think we're about time to utilize something.
Well, but Carson, we have 4 minutes left till break.
Oh, okay. So should we wait?
Yeah, I think we should wait.
We should wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to.
That's okay.
How about this? How about with as I'm talking?
Yeah.
Once we about getting ready to go to break, right?
Yeah.
And saying, hey, here's some messages from our sponsors. I want you to go and grab the thing, show it, and then we'll immediately go to a break.
Ooh.
No, don't use it, but just show it.
All right.
And I'll have Nick cut the camera.
Just pick it up like you're
so
about
not yet,
to start.
not yet. Give it.
Yeah,
we got about 2 minutes left.
Give it a second.
Juice Free says, I've been having the manly urge to just blast down my whole interior with glass cleaner and wipe it up. That is a manly urge. That's also a dealership urge, or is what that is. Next up here, we've got
also Juice.
I have a glass cleaner that is 51. Is also it's so based it smells like a janitor.
Wow.
It's so based it smells like a janitor. Josh McKay says, hey, TRC, it's been a while since I've chimed in.
Yeah.
I dislocated my shoulder recently. Dang it.
No.
Not the first time. So I'm down on one arm for now and need to get surgery. Dang it. Any tips for his detailing with one arm?
We've known a few guys who had to do that.
I don't know, but I will say that there is a one-armed detailer on YouTube who does things really well with mostly one arm. And I would check out his videos. Somebody's going to help me out with the channel name because I can't remember it right now. So help me out there. Next up.
All right. Then we got Jimbo Slice. ONR 256 to 1. Sorry.
Yeah. Isn't terrible on glass, but I do prefer spray away. Yeah. 256 to 1 ONR. I still use it all the time on glass. No issues, but I understand.
Yeah. Then we've got Jeff C. Anthony
mentioned last week that ADS Amplify was very durable on your Raptor prior to coating it. If used lightly as a drying it, how long do you expect it to stick around on it over a coating? I don't know, man. Like on its own, it lasted a ridiculous amount of time. Like we could not kill the Amplify. So on a coating, depending on whether the coating rejects it or accepts it, I have no idea. I don't know. I couldn't tell you either way.
Okay.
Anthony, unfortunately, they do not, which is why I was seeking an expert opinion. Oh, dang it.
Talk about the Cremo stuff.
Dang it, really? So,
David also followed up here.
I'm not really sure, but, Anthony says, David says, Anthony, I have the blue cedar and I have the vanilla bourbon from Cremo and their shaving cream. So, dang it, David, I don't know then. They would be the people that have the scent. So, if you like the smell, he said it was like not spruce. What did he say it was? Like an evergreen tree.
Oh, right.
Shrub smelling.
Yeah. Sometimes it's that or like sage.
Sage or woodsy. So I would recommend, if you're ever looking for a cologne, go over to my friends over at Fragrantica.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
They don't know who I am, but
They're your friends, though.
But they're my friends, and so Fragrantica is nice because you can actually input what you want to smell like. They'll say, are you looking for something that smells like amber, sweet, smoky, spicy, and you just enter those in, and it will give you a finished product of, hey, this is what we recommend. And then you go down to your local Sephora or Ulta or something like that, and you go and see if they have it and smell it and see if it matches what you're looking for. All right, so anyways, at this point in time, we're going to go to a brief break, Dane.
I saw from multiple people, Out of Spec Detail is the one-arm detailer you're thinking of.
Cool.
So for those looking, Out of Spec Detailing, I also believe they have EV car testing channels and other stuff, if it's the same Out of Spec I'm thinking of.
Not sure, Dane. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on here to the halftime. So we're going to go to a few brief messages from our friends here. I don't know what Carson has in his hand here. What the heck is that?
No, whoa,
so
cut, okay. Hello, and welcome back to the second half Q&A Thursday right here at the Red Company YouTube channel. I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my left, fellow host Anthony Fisher.
Thank you, Dane.
And way off in the distance there, we have Carson foaming up a storm on the old Sequoia. Nick Sequoia looking pretty sweet. What
the heck is going on out here?
Gabriel,
What?
Has
what
he
are
been
you
in there
doing
the
here?
whole time?
Were you in the car for this entire hour?
I was a little tired.
You were napping on the job. Again,
Well,
they talked to you about this last week.
no. Guys, it's just, I was sleepy.
It was true.
This is ridiculous. You can't just be sleeping in people's cars that you don't own. It's just strange.
I mean, come on. Carson's just spraying on the foam. He really hasn't done much, has he?
Yeah,
Is that what woke you up?
He's sweating right now.
Are
I'm
you?
not sweating.
You
He
do
is.
look like you have a little bit of moisture on the head. You need
Anyways,
some help,
well,
guy?
I do need some help, so if you could help me.
Well, what's this?
I don't. What?
I don't know what that
When
is.
the heck did we get this?
I don't know what that
what
is.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. People should probably sign up for the Rag Company newsletter.
Oh. I think that's a great idea.
Probably look, keep an eye out next week
We'll
for
just leave
something.
it at that and probably get to washing.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, we're
gonna.
just going to get to that.
Not much else to talk about, Gabriel.
No.
So,
No.
Anyways, just
Let's have some fun.
Get to work.
Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off? Boy, ways behind in the comments. 6 pages, in fact.
Oh wow.
Let's see what Ninja has to say here. There we go. O&R for glass is better at 64-1 or even 128-1.
Yep.
Good points
Both are
there,
good.
Ninja. Certainly works. Brock Bibermeyer, can you go over maintenance for summer bugs on the bumper? What products do you recommend?
Let's see. Maintenance for summer bugs on the bumper. Bug Off from PNS. You got Bug Remover by G-Technic. You've got Green Star. You've got a variety of all-purpose cleaners. Really, I mean, you can use, honestly, a lot of different things. But if you're looking for something that's specifically meant for breaking down organic material, like bug guts, then I'd probably go with something like Bug Off or the G-Technic Bug Remover. Those are going to be what you're looking for.
Then I've got Pedro here saying, Anthony, any tips for what adventures can be found in the off-the-beaten-path areas and dark alleys of Vegas?
Well, I can tell you everything you want to know about that.
I mean, you've been going there longer than we have for SEMA. You've been going there
Definitely
since...
not beaten path as in off the beaten path as in the mountains. Right,
Yeah,
Anthony?
no, definitely not.
Anthony does not
Well,
dabble
because you guys,
in
I don't know if
that.
everybody knows, but I mean, I definitely had like my Vegas clubbing days. You know, I'd go down with with my friends and we'd go out and do clubs and whatnot. I used to do that, and it was a good time. What I will say is Vegas itself right now is in a huge downturn in overall tourism. Like, it's just been really bad, right? I think prices are just too high.
They've always been high, but they're higher than ever.
Tourism is down. It's not quite the same, pop-in city that it once was, and I don't know, be for a lot of different reasons. But I will. I think that. I think if you're gonna go, I think you should probably try to focus a little bit on food, a little bit on entertainment, and probably try to. I don't know. Focus on the cleaner areas for sure. Vegas can be kind of dirty in some areas, but
Fremont Street.
Fremont Street is still a party, man.
But definitely not family oriented. Don't take your.
But it is a party.
But it was crazy. We went there at like 11 o'clock, and there were people with kids, like 4 or 5 years old, just walking around Fremont Street. I'm like, what is wrong with that?
They wanted to go where the real, Vegas was, the stuff that got washed away a long time ago.
The places you'll be disappointed with are going to be like the famous pawn shop from Pawn Stars.
Oh, sure.
There's going to be certain things that just aren't as magical, but I will say that from the feedback I've heard, and I've never been there, is that the Sphere is worth it. If you can experience
I have heard
something,
amazing things about seeing shows there.
If you can experience something in the Sphere, it is totally worth it. Whether it's a movie, whether it's a show or a concert, it's awesome. So check that out. But yeah, I don't know. My times in Vegas were much different. Those are all about the nightlife and all of that. And I don't think Vegas is really cool when the lights off. But once the lights are on, it's kind of.
I mean, Vegas is very much about the nightlife. It's kind of what it was built on.
No, I know. Yeah, definitely.
So,
party guy.
Stealth GR4 saying the Frostbite and Crystal Wash combo is my go-to for 3 pH washing.
Nice.
All right. And then we got a question from Code 3 Minnesota saying, what is the best wheel cleaner? Boy, that's going to open up some different opinions.
The best wheel cleaner is the best wheel cleaner for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to find a wheel cleaner that cleans and also removes iron deposits. If you're looking for a wheel cleaner that cleans wheels and also cleans tires. There's a lot of different options there, man. I don't know. A good place to start, though. Most people start with something like PNS Brake Buster.
Yeah.
Magic Wheel Cleaner.
I love Magic Wheel Cleaner.
Armor Wheel and Tire, wheel cleaner. Armor's Tire Cleaner.
Yeah, they got a wheel and tire cleaner separate that work really, really well.
There's a lot of different places to start.
But, you got options. There's a lot of options.
Yep.
Then we've got, that's a reply to another comment. Nicholas M. Protector wax for a drying aid. That's what he was responding to earlier. We talked about that. Brian, what is your personal favorite towel or pair of towels for glass? I mean, the FTW I absolutely love. It's right there in the name. FTW for the window. What about you?
Yep, Dane. FTW is up there.
Yeah.
And I also like the Dry Me River. Just standard 16x16 waffles. Pretty great.
Mm-hmm. Waffles are excellent. I actually, I found that like a smaller liquidator, I also really like the way Twist Loop works on Windows. It's fun. I like it. Not that the F2W isn't already that. It's just a different length of pile. Then we got David Boy. Steam will remove gum stuck on fabric. Yes, we discussed that. Dealership Detailer. There used to be a product in a can that when you sprayed the fried gum, it froze it. That's kind of like what people use to like remove warts and stuff. Like just like a little, super chill spray.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a name for it, but I can't think of it right now. Megan, what's Megan saying?
Carson. Oh, he's busy.
He can't hear you.
Okay, moving on. We'll ask him here in a little bit, Megan. Yeah. Carson. Say really quick, what's your favorite product to use for interior hard surfaces?
As far as cleaner goes, I'm still an Express guy.
Okay.
I like Pilot for sure, but Express is just a little bit more for me.
Gotcha.
I think that answers the question.
Nice. You're gonna like the way you look. Express Warehouse.
What?
It's a men's warehouse.
He might be a little young for that reference.
Anthony's throwing in some jokes.
Boy, do I feel old saying that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Wow.
thanks, Anthony.
He's got some jokes.
Thanks.
He's a
No
little
way.
jokey guy.
Yeah, they won't let me back at the men's warehouse. Moving on.
Well, that was an unrelated incident. That's a complete
They'll let you in the
unrelated
office,
incident.
just not the warehouse.
Yeah, no, they won't let me back in that. Moving on.
I don't even know what that means. Pedro saying, time for landing. Have fun in Georgia next week. We will,
Nice.
Pedro, we will. Hunt's closing. Brake cleaner to remove gum. It will dissolve the gum.
Oh, I've never
Do
used
I
that.
want to spray brake cleaner on my cloth seats, though? Would that not have some strange side effects?
I've never tried, but Hans, I trust the man with the dragon tattoo.
I mean, I definitely trust his input based on his experience,
Hey,
but it just sounds a little extreme.
he
to
is
me.
the man with the dragon tattoo.
He is.
Moving on.
All right. Then we got Hydra. wondering, Dane, what is the towel or 3 towels you are most proud of designing? Well, to be fair, I named many towels, but when it came to designs, I can't take credit for that. Like, did I input ideas of things I wanted to see? Certainly. But I would never claim I designed any of the ones we have. But I'll definitely take credit for some names on a few different ones. Well, Anthony, I feel like you could answer that because you've actually had some direct input on design.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of towels, that we've, quote unquote, designed. We're not sitting there sewing fabric together and creating new weaves.
But talking about combining different weaves and borders and things that'll work for different purposes or color combinations, different stuff.
If you look, setting aside weave capabilities and machining capabilities for microfiber apart, right?
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about design as being more than just changing the color of something, then I would say, like our gauntlet, right, was designed by us, patented by us. We did do the design of that. I helped out with that. Levi helped out with that. I think you had some input on that as well. Trying to think, what else? There's some obvious ones. We have some ones coming that I designed, if you want to call it that. The slim dryer, while the concept of that towel, a single-sided twist loop, was not something new, we could say that the design, the idea of the Radco with the color profile and the camo being the first that we're doing a full microfiber print of a dye transfer. That's something we could say I designed, if you want to put it that way. There's quite a few. The FTW, that was a towel that didn't really have a particular, there wasn't like a sample of that existed, but we knew that we wanted a shorter pile twist, and so we basically explained, hey, what's the factory capabilities of being able to shorten this and do this? Yeah, that's probably one thing. The 1500, there's so many different things that we can say we've designed, but I guess what I'm trying to also say is that designing microfiber, I think that there is a weave aspect to that, and we can't take credit for anything involving a weave or a sewn in pad.
No.
Anything that does with
our design comes
sewing.
down to nuance. Like if you're talking about you design like a pickup truck or a station wagon or something, it's like, well, those shapes existed, those weaves and piles existed, or were coming around the time and becoming something that a factory was physically capable of producing in time, and we wanted to introduce something like that, or bringing back old ones that people had forgotten about and making them into something new. But as far as the actual design goes, it's more about the nuance of it to really get what people are going after. Where you actually see more the design aspect is when it comes to like the tools that we're creating and stuff. There's more of that ability to really customize those kinds of things and make like truly ground up unique designs there, because you're actually designing like complete molds and shapes of things that don't already exist. Yeah. Whereas with towels, you're working within what like machinery is capable of already producing.
Parameters of a towel.
It. Yeah. At the end of the day. And I know this may be like news to some people, but this is not like we never would pretend otherwise. Like this is just how it works. And anybody who claims to like design the stuff from the ground up, like 100% unique design, kind of just sounds like they're talking out of their butts. Yeah,
and when you combine, like, let's just say you have one towel that has one weave on one side and one towel, and the same towel has a different weave on the other side. You can't really call that you can call it a design, but what you're doing is you're taking pre-existing things that were already individual products, and now you've combined them to one. And I don't think that necessarily qualifies as a design. But I can say that I designed the Ultra Clay Scrubber. That would be something that I've designed and I've made. So that didn't exist before, and there was nothing else styled like that ergonomically or from a material standpoint with a combination of a Jersey Bug Scrubber and a perforated clay.
Yeah, because prior clay, like they had like clay eraser. They had like other blocks that existed, but those were just like literally just like a foam block with synthetic clay attached to it, like adhered. Totally different kind of thing. Yes, in concept, it sounds similar if you were to describe it, but in actual execution, very different.
Yeah.
And materially very different. So that's the kind of stuff we get hooked on, the nuance of it. So for those of you who care about that kind of thing, this was an important discussion. But for those of you who are just like, oh, God, move on, I understand it. It's just, this is what it's all about. All right, so I got BB here. My vehicle is parked outside every day, so getting water spots is inevitable. What's the longest I should leave it before detailing it off?
My vehicle is parked outside every day, so getting water spots is notable. Oh, man. Water spots, like in terms of like your...
Sooner the better anytime you
If
get
it's coming from a sprinkler,
water
man...
spots.
There's the problem is that if it's coming from a sprinkler and you know it's going to continuously get hit with a sprinkler,
You either park somewhere else.
You're doomed.
Or
Yeah. You either have to find a new parking spot or fix your sprinklers, get a different sprinkler head.
you
do
makeshift
something.
a PVC rolling cart with a tarp on it that you roll in front of your car to block the sprinklers from reaching your... It sounds dumb. I swear I've seen somebody do that before.
But your problem, though, is that you can't just keep chasing hard water if you're not going to do something about it to resolve the overall issue, because all you're going to be doing then is essentially taking water mineral deposit removers and chasing the water spots constantly until it starts affecting your overall paint finish, and that's not really worth doing. So if we're talking like water spots that wipe off every time and it's easy to do and they never etch or they never stain, then there's probably not an issue. But if you are talking from a sprinkler, then yeah, you're kind of screwed until you figure out a solution for that.
Yeah. Oh no, this next one, Megan. Poop Cruise was hideous. My teenage son got me to watch it under the guise of mother/son bonding.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I do think I need to watch it, but
I feel
don't
like
know.
it's made for you.
I'll watch it at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. Those Netflix documentaries get a little silly. I was watching the Balloon Boy one the other day.
For you?
We've got Hydra detailing the new Rag Company coating. Shield, bro. 3 years coating. Got your back, bro. I still like the idea of calling it Bro Shield, though. Bro Shield just sounds a little more...
Bro Shield?
Bro Shield versus Shield Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling Bro Shield. Oh no, can't put that comment. Well, just because somebody was making a dirty joke. All right, so we see that Luke... Oh, Luke. He's got another cruise coming up in December.
I bet
the man
he
does not stop.
You can't stop him.
He won't stop.
He's been banned from every single cruise line in South America and in Southeast USA, and they won't. I don't know. He keeps changing his identity, right? Mm-hmm. And he keeps growing a mustache and shaving his mustache every single time.
Oh yeah.
And he's changed his last name from Bergie to Fergie to Lurgie to Corgi.
Oh man.
To a bunch of different names, and he can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see many more name changes if he can help it. But
yeah,
time will tell. All
Next
right,
up.
Umberto here. Well, look at that. He's got an answer for him. What's he saying?
On some customers who leave their vehicles outside, I use Dr. Beasley's LS10, which is a sheeting formula, so dirty water will have way less potential of staying on the surface, causing water spots. Ooh, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good option. And
then we got Hydra here saying, whose Jeep is that? Well, it's actually a Toyota Sequoia. Nice Groot sticker at the back window. Did you guys watch the 3 movies? So, Hydra, this truck here belongs to Nick, and the reason for the Groot sticker... What?
Truck or an SUV?
I knew you were going to do that. It's a body-on-frame SUV based on a truck platform. In the truck does not mean pickup truck. Pickup is a kind of truck.
Here we go.
There are many trucks. I will go down that tangent and I will
Gabe, don't
beat
get
you
him
senseless
going.
with it. So don't get me started.
Sorry. I
Anyway,
apologize. I will get
moving
back
along.
to cleaning
don't
the
open
rough.
this. Don't open this can,
The Groot
Gabriel.
joke here is... The Groot joke is because Groot is a tree. And this truck...
You missed the spot, Gabriel.
This truck
I didn't
is a
get that
Toyota
side.
Sequoia. What is a Sequoia? A type of tree. That's the joke. Oh my God. All right, moving along. Jeff C. Yes, better feel in the hand on the Mini with less slop in the trigger.
Yep.
love that. And also, yes, I did watch all 3 movies. I imagine you did too.
Of course.
Yeah. And I bet Nick has as well. I'm not interested in Gabe's opinion. It means less to me now. Slick Auto Styling says that would be a Toyota Sequoia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sequoia. Okay, Sheepstar, making That's What She Said jokes. David Boyce. Dane, Goldfish brand has a limited edition of Dunkin' Pumpkin Spice Grams at Meijer's grocery store. They're delicious. That is a lot of brand names and product placement all stuffed together there, but that does sound delicious.
It does.
Next up, Hanzo. What's he saying?
Even though I got the gum out, I always like to ask and learn different ways to do things. I would not have thought of using ice. Thanks for the advice, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Hanzo.
Thank you. I hear an accident over there.
Roof.
Oh, that's good. I know. There's probably a device over there that can help you with that.
You're right.
Just a thought.
A ladder?
It's almost
the
like you can
stool.
change what goes at the end of that very handy-dandy
Something.
tool.
When you say handy dandy, it makes me think of Blue's Clues.
Is that such a bad thing? Steve was a
No.
national treasure.
No,
all
not
right,
at all.
fine detailings. Just screams the word teal. Then we got Oscar here. What's Oscar saying?
Can you convince KC to make 1 liter sizes of the glass cleaner and super foam, etc.? Well, they are very aware of that. People want other sizes of their stuff. Whether or not and when they will do it is the big question. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Then I've got Sheepstar. Well,
You must mean OG using 2% touchless on cars clean 3 minutes ago. I don't know what that means.
this must be a conversation I missed. But, yeah, Joey's saying he tried to convince him not to do that. Okay. Then we got David Boyce. Anthony, tell us what to use to pre-treat Honda wheel wells and to pre-treat the car before winter. What products? I don't know why Honda wheel wells would be necessarily different than other wheel wells. It's just a matter of whether a wheel well has a liner in it, like a carpeted one, or just a plastic one, or it's a project car and you have no wheel liner whatsoever. I mean, he claims it's some other guy who knows a lot, just happens to share the same name, but let's see what he says.
Honda wheel wells, here's the deal, David. They're very specific. Some people might say that Honda wheel wells are superior to all other wheel wells on every other car manufacturer. I like to think that Honda wheel wells are better than Ferrari wheel wells. I like to think that Honda wheel wells are better than Bugatti wheel wells and even Pagani wheel wells. And I can say that because I've cleaned all of those vehicles before. So with a Honda specifically, David, to pre-treat those wheel wells, I would highly recommend using something you probably never thought about using before, which is a diluted all-purpose cleaner. You're going to want to go ahead and take a diluted all-purpose cleaner and spray it into the wheel wells and let that soak, and you can pre-treat that and go for it, right? Other things to use, and this is just generally speaking, there's a product called Mud Buster, which is not just for off-road use, it's for all use, is a great product to treat wheel wells on pretty much anything, whether it's a Honda or not. So I just dilute it, and it's got rust inhibitors in there. It will treat dirt, mud, things like that. It will penetrate soilage, and and also help neutralize some of that salt.
Okay, there we go.
Once you get salt.
Then I've got Steve the Foamer here saying a question. On Rags to Riches, the instructions are vague. How big is a large load? In a rectangular laundry basket, at what fill percent for 2 ounces? Should I just use 3 ounces for everything? Now, Steve, I understand when it comes to detailing, a lot of people who are attracted to the whole act of detailing tend to have very specific ideas about how to use things. I'm going to tell you, it's kind of vague on purpose because you're going to be fine as long as you're using like the range that's out there. But Anthony, if you want to give specifics, I mean, you tested Rags to Riches within an inch of its life every which way. You know what you were happy with in terms of like how much for how many towels, how full of a bin we're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're doing a full rectangle laundry basket, that would be a full load. I'd probably just use 2 ounces for that. We have to remember too, Rags to Riches is like really concentrated, and so even like the littlest amount will make a pretty big difference. So Yeah, I'd never found a really situation to go over 2 ounces, because anything that's over, I feel it to go over 2 ounces, those would just be towels I've already pre-treated, and I just do that. So realistically, yeah, your largest load that you would probably do would still be 2 ounces or so. It's a concentrated formula. You don't really need a whole lot.
Yeah, you're going to be okay. And if you overdo it, it's hardly the worst
I would
thing.
much rather, but I know, I would much rather have less, assuming that if my towels aren't being completely rinsed thoroughly, right, in the rinsing process, I don't want to have product left over in my towels. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it just, I don't like the feel. I want them to feel nice. I have had that happen before.
Typically what I do on my heavy loads is I stick with 2 ounces and then I add a little bit more on that.
Like the tray has the filler, so it goes directly into the drum.
You don't have to do that. You can just put it straight into the towels too.
You could do that too, yeah.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, knowing that your towels are pure and clean.
All right, Mac Bergson here. I had to skip a whole back and forth conversation other people were having about Portuguese
air fryers killed stews. Mac, you could be correct. Yes.
Yeah, you might be. You might be.
The advent of
that.
Well, because what was crazy? Do you guys remember the what's that called? Pressure cookers, right? So before air fryers took over, it went from crock pots to pressure cookers. Mm-hmm. Now we're at air fryers.
Yeah. And what's next?
I don't know. Air fryers, we use an air fryer every day at my house, and I know we use the crap out of it.
I know induction tops are popular.
I had the pressure cooker, the fancy one, stainless steel looking one, and I did use that for meal prep back in the day. I used it quite often. I think the only thing I didn't like about pressure cooking was when you let out all the steam, it would just create this like
hot, moist wave of
chicken steam
in sweat into your room.
Well, into the entirety of the living room and kitchen, and I would be like sick. Yeah. That's a lot of steam.
It's a lot of that stuff floating around,
and it was just kind of gross. But
sure.
You don't really get that with a crock pot because it's such a slow process. But I mean, pressure cooking, you're doing that within an hour. But air frying, you're now doing that within 15 minutes.
No, you got a point there.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, Alkaline Taupe Hat. I only very recently realized that my YouTube profile pic now matches a certain car I own. Yes, indeed. Your strangely nose-grafted on picture of like a Toyota JZ Chaser with an Audi front clip now does kind of match your Audi RS4 that you have. That's cool. Sheepstar here. How did an air fryer kill a stew? You can't cook a stew in an air fryer. A chunky beef and potato-based stew over any half-cooked, half-raw air fryer garbage. Ooh, strong opinions coming from Sheep here. I mean, the point is, you can't cook a stew with an air fryer.
It sounds like Sheepstar is a stew fan.
It sounds like he's a crock-pot fan.
Or a crock-pot fan, yeah.
Yes. And I love a good crock-pot.
For your soups, Anthony.
Oh, he is the soup guy.
I know. We know that Gabriel eats an all-soup diet.
Your stuff in the crock pot. You leave for the day for work. You come home.
You don't get sick of crock potting every day, though. It's every day. You
not
crock
every
pot
day.
Yes, you do crock pot every day.
That's not true.
And I'm not going to let you guys derail the show
just yet. How many days a week are you crock potting?
I brought soup maybe 3 days in 1 week, or chili. And ever since, Anthony has not let me down. He thinks that all I eat is soup.
Gabe, it's all everybody thinks you eat is soup.
I literally had fried chicken the other day, and you're like, "Oh,
you
how's
were
your
talking
soup?"
about this trip that we're about to go on to Georgia, and you're saying, "How am I going to transfer all of my soup ingredients to Georgia?" And I said, "Hey, they sell soup in Georgia."
I will say this though: I go to the bathroom way less.
Jimmy's laughing.
It's incredible how you guys manage to make 30% of our viewership disappear like a magic trick.
That's
all right,
true.
Luke Berge here. Foam makes cleaning a toilet easier. I'm breaking out my foam cannon. You would, Luke. You would.
Luke's going all in.
Yes, you definitely would. Moving along, let's see. Alkaline Taupe Hat here saying, speaking of Audi.
Hold on, really quick. I got a quick guest here who's probably watching. Levi Gates here on the Q&A Thursday.
Oh, no. He's going to have some opinions about stew.
Drop in my 2 cents in the discussion of air fryers and chili and
Oh, my gosh.
Just wanted to say, if you guys are in the mood for a great canned chili, you can head on over to Costco and pick up a 6-pack of Yukon Gold chili. One of the greatest chilies. one thing, Anthony, is it burns clean. I think you'd enjoy that.
I don't know. Anthony's stomach is
And,
pretty.
it's also got a delicious flavor.
Yeah.
Paired that
Did you
with
spray this?
gluten-free cornbread the other day
I'm
for
rubbing
Augie,
it.
and,
Don't leave it.
quite delicious dinner. And then I followed it up a couple days later with some baked potatoes, and then poured the chili on top. So just wanted to say, for the
man.
fall weather that's on its way, head on over to Costco, pick up that Yukon Gold chili today.
Thank you, Levi Gates.
Costco.
Thank you so much.
Speaking my love language.
Thank you so much for
Levi,
voicing in and
thank
calling
you.
in on today's show, and we'll catch you here in the comments.
Valuable input, Levi. Thank you.
We love you, Levi.
Bye. That was the Master of Shine, Levi Gates, everybody. I knew he had something, an opinion on this.
As soon as I saw LG on your screen, I went, "Oh, I know what's about to happen."
Yeah, and so, Yukon Gold.
Man.
And then just to throw it out there for the stew world of things, right?
Okay.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm saying this because I've said this before here on the Q&A. I like the way Dinty Moore tastes.
Dinty Moore.
Dinty Moore is one of the cheapest forms of stew you can buy with questionable meat. And for some reason, I think it tastes pretty
You
good.
like your mystery meat. All right.
Yeah.
Alkaline Topaz here says, speaking of said Audi, I want to keep the leather here from cracking. I have Lexol 303, Color Lock ELP, and Color Lock Leather Shield. Would any of those be suitable, or is there a better choice?
For you, Dan, just Color Lock conditioner.
Okay.
Just buy the conditioner. That's all you need. Mm-hmm. You don't need to do leather shield. You don't need to do the sealant. You don't need to do any of the other stuff. Just Color Lock conditioner, and you can do that a couple times a year, and your leather will be perfect.
All right. There we go. And next up, I've got Mac Bergson. I always used paint gloss as a vacuum aid until they came out with Release. And yes, Release was designed for that very purpose, so that's great. And then David Boyce also sharing some strong opinions here. PNS Release is the go-to for anti-static and pet hair. Sydney would champion these sentiments. Shame on you guys.
Sorry.
Took
Yeah.
the anti-static thing that the question was based on to mean exterior primarily. I was thinking in terms of exterior. I'm not using Release on anything besides a carpet.
To be honest, I have not implemented enough Release into my own detailing regimen to have that burned into my mind.
The people who vacuum a lot would definitely have more to say about that. So you're not wrong, David Boyce. PNS Release is absolutely
do you want to
an
know why I don't
anti-static
have
product.
to vacuum a lot, Dane?
What?
All the time.
Yeah.
Why are they clean all the time, Gabriel?
Because you're psycho.
You are psycho.
Yeah, that part.
I'm psycho.
When Anthony
And-
comes in and he's like, "Hey, I detailed this weekend," it was
And-
like, "Oh, did you clean the dust particles?"
Yeah, the particulates. Anyways, and the way I'm keeping my vehicles clean all the time is thanks to my friends over at Metrovac.
Okay.
Right? The
we
mini
go.
cordless vac, the deluxe cordless hand vac, is the best invention
great
ever
little
made
machine.
for somebody crazy like myself. Because you know what? I pick it up, I grab and go, I vacuum my entire vehicle, maintenance vacuuming, in a minute, 2 minutes, and then I hang it back on my shelf until I need it again. And because of that, I never have to break out the shop vac.
No, because you get it
Because
before
I
it builds up.
never let it get to that being that bad. So you can pick up the deluxe cordless hand vac at theradcompany.com.
Oh, that's a
yes,
good
you
one.
will probably see the price and go, "Wow, that's expensive for a vacuum." It'll be worth every penny, and you'll never regret that purchase.
Nice.
Promise you that much.
And then fine detailing. I hope the secret product is a rag on a pole. Oh, I knew it. Okay. Getting a lot of talk about that. Where am I?
There, Anthony.
Okay, so yes, more talk about that. We're
Sign
on
up for the
page
Rad Company
5.
newsletter.
Yes, sign up for the newsletter so that you
Soon.
actually find out.
Very soon.
And yes, Pete Breen here saying that is the same Out of Spec series of channels because Out of Spec has a lot of different channels, actually. They cover a lot of different topics. So they made a channel for each one. But detailing was one of them. And we've got Luke saying he's excited. We've got Jeff saying he's excited. We have Sheepstar saying, should I buy a rag on a pole and compare it to a certain brush? I mean, if you want to, nobody's going to stop you. Moving along here, I've got David saying, I'm also a Dollar Shave Club member, Blueprint 101 and 102. I had to order it from a great friend in Canada because the U.S. discontinued it. Interesting. Also, David was long before Levi called in saying he missed Levi. I think the ad got him thinking about it.
Dane, at what point during this show am I going to have a segment to be able to talk about Gen V on Amazon Prime, a new show that I've really been enjoying, as well as Peacemaker Season 2 on HBO Max?
Let's save that for the last 10 minutes, okay?
I've already said it.
I should have known. Oh, you. Okay. Well, I think it's safe to say you're a fan. Well, you got anything to add to that?
Oh, they're just awesome. They're both great shows. This Thursday, a new Peacemaker episode drops. It's very entertaining. I love both seasons of Peacemaker. Highly recommend watching it. It's probably the best thing that James Gunn has ever produced outside of the Suicide Squad movie, the remake of it. And then Gen V, if you guys like The Boys on Amazon Prime, it's very gory, it's very funny, it's very quirky. Also a really fun show if you like superhero stuff. It's superhero stuff all the way around.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I have Luke Burgess saying, everyone misses Levi. Love y'all, but it's not the same without him.
I know.
Indeed,
we miss Levi dearly. Fortunately, I get to talk to him every week.
He's always reaching out.
Usually multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Not every day, Gabriel, but definitely every week.
Alkaline Towpat, what does it say about us, being the commenters, that TRC is pre-warning us against suppository use of detailing products?
We know our audience.
To which Fine Detailing says they care about our health, we know
inside
our audience,
and
out. Interior and exterior detailing. What? Joey says he's never met Levi in person. How is that possible? Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is true.
No, it is true.
What the? Okay. Hans, she's back at the car wash to get some products for free. Sheepstar says thief, and everybody just keeps going. Alkaline Towpat, are they afraid of that will fixate on the slickness the products give? Okay, so that's a lot of talk about the ads, but Dr. Sue's, definitely no relation. Any tips for Chemie Ceramic Effects Shampoo? Never used a shampoo with protection, but got this to try out. Do I need to be careful about what drying aid is used? I mean, if you're using it with already having protection in it, you can use it as...
You don't need a drying aid.
Your drying aid, I mean...
If you're using Ceramic Effects shampoo, you're not using a drying aid. You are...
Protection's already there.
Ideally, you are... If you have a blower or a towel, you are blot drying, blowing. That's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Don't need a drying aid. I mean, most of that water will come off after your wash.
All right, and then we've got LHF detailing.
So I'm asking again, we determining the 2 in the TRC Euro commercial are brother and sister, but who is Mickey Thomas they sing about in the IK commercial?
He's taking when they say make it timeless, and he goes, Mickey Thomas.
We don't know who Mickey Thomas.
That's what he's doing right
LHF,
there.
man. We don't know who Mickey Thomas is, man. But, somebody better go get that guy.
Wow. Here we are in the comments just getting to the part where everybody screams because Gabe showed up. Yeah, I know. I already said that, but apparently
it's definitely
they
Mickey
think
Thomas.
It says Mickey Thomas.
We have to find who he is.
Oh, man.
And we have to add him to the Rag Company discussion group.
What is that?
Neil White here saying, greetings from Hilton Head Island, Dane and Anthony. Anthony, I ate 2 dozen oysters and didn't die. They were fantastic.
Stop
Have a
it.
great
I'm so
weekend.
jealous. Neil, well, don't go anywhere. Talk to me about it. Did you do any lemon juice? Did you do any type of what's it called? Not oyster sauce, but cocktail sauce, or did you do any hot sauce with that? 2 dozen? What a dream, man! You made it out alive. But Gabe, did you not pick up that last time I said I was going to stop eating oysters because of fear of dying, of that weird rare oyster-based,
I heard you talk about it,
thing.
But I think sometimes you just gotta live life,
But I'm not dying from an oyster, dude. I can't. That's not my legacy.
Don't let that be the last thing recorded.
I can't.
For your voice.
I can't. I can't dying from an oyster.
I can just see the credits pop up.
Rest in peace, Anthony Fisher for the oyster.
No, I can't,
2025.
dude. That's not how I'm going out, man. Not buying oysters.
Quit
what you're saying
reinforcing
that
it,
the oysters actually they attack your brain?
Yeah, it's like a crazy like neurological like thing. You totally like fibrio something. And, yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it.
From that or the oysters?
What?
No, from the oysters cause that, Carson. But I'm
okay.
saying I won't get that if I never eat raw oysters, so it's fine.
All right.
I feel like we should just go back to the truck versus SUV.
Moving on,
Yeah.
David Fenstein
We're not
says,
doing-
an hour outside of Vegas is the Valley of Fire State Park. It's one of the most incredible places in the U.S. to go hiking. No way. I've never heard of that.
I've heard of Valley of Fire. I've never actually been, so I don't know what to expect, but
Ooh.
it sounds cool.
Dang it. You know what I was just about to say?
What?
Things to do in Vegas, right? I think it's 45 minutes south of Vegas.
Okay.
There is that town that had wild something. It was at one time the biggest roller coaster in the U.S. Right, and it was an entire resort basically dedicated like as an all
Was it
inclusive.
Wildwood or something?
No, not Wildwood. Is a name. So it was the name of somebody, but they actually just closed it down.
Or
right?
Wild Bills or
Wild
something
Bills,
like that?
yes.
Yeah.
It was an
Okay.
entire like mining themed resort.
The only
right?
reason I know about that is because of the video game Fallout New Vegas, and it was heavily featured in
Yeah,
that.
no, well, so it just closed down, and so they're going to basically only keep it open for like events and like convention center things and whatnot. But it's crazy because it's like a truthfully like abandoned looking and feeling place.
Yeah, like minecart style.
And I believe you can still go inside of it.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be like the dream, right? It's essentially it's an entire empty hotel with like floors and stories that are just completely empty.
Oh, trippy.
It's like a theme park for adults, where it's like a
That's Disneyland game.
No,
I think you're thinking of a
ball
ranch
pit.
there. That's not what we're talking
No,
about.
I'm talking in Vegas. They do. They even have a
no,
slide.
pretty
that
sure
slides
that's not
between
what
a
we're-
fish tanks and
No.
stuff like that.
I don't know what you're saying,
Okay,
man.
Hans Closen says
Oh
if you
my
go to Vegas, go to
gosh.
Old Vegas. We can't put that comment, fellas. Nope.
What was it?
Can't. No, you can't. You can't post that. Nope. Okay. Super Chill Frost
Wow.
Spray. Carson is a workhorse, says Alkaline Toe Pat.
Carson's pretty beastly.
He just needs to figure out what needs done to get it done, and next
join me over here,
does it.
Carson.
Wow, that sentence hurt my brain for some reason.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's very nice. And, little love for a fine detailing from Usman here. Very nice. Then we've got Good Day Gents coming from West Rex. Good Day Gents is Chemie Quick Shine, the same as Chemie Quick and Shine. The same. Yeah, so I think he's thinking Quick and Shine versus. So let's talk about the differences, because I know people do get confused. You have
Is Coke Chemie
FSC.
Quick and Shine the same as Coke Chemie Quick and Shine? The same? They are the same. I know what you're saying. That is, you're referring to the consumer line and the pro line, but they are the same
There
products.
we go. All right. And then LHF Detailing saying, I was extremely disappointed with Fremont Street when we visited Vegas. The odor was specifically not nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, it's
dirty. It's not clean.
But you know, it is clean. That vehicle right there.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very clean. You guys did a
Shout out
great
to
job.
Carson. No, not me. All I did was help dry, basically.
You know, it wouldn't be possible without a special product that we use today. So make sure you sign up for the
You're
Rat Company
welcome.
newsletter.
Thank you, Carson.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Okay, hello from Mexico. Next up.
Yes.
All
Company
right.
saying hello from Mexico. Then we
Yeah.
got Usman here. What do you guys see as the future of detailing in both innovation and design? So, broad question, but I get what he's going for. That was kind of like our big talk back there. But was there anything in particular you see as like, oh, people haven't really touched on that yet? I don't know. We don't want to be giving out secret ideas we've got for stuff in the future just yet either.
No, I mean, I think a lot of people working on different things. I don't know. I can't say one specific thing is the
Yeah.
future, but I don't know. I think as long as we are hands-on and washing our cars ourselves, and if you call that detailing, then there's a long life ahead of that, right? Protecting our investments, enjoying the fruits of our labor, and making cars clean. But in terms of keeping cars clean in general, there's probably a lot of there's a lot of innovation happening there in the car wash industry.
Yeah. Now, Sheepstar with a very
I don't know if
cynical
that
take,
was,
but
was that
also
inspiring? I don't know. If
a
that was
cynical but oftentimes true take from Sheepstar. Lots of marketing.
Yeah.
So
that one.
And
that's definitely something to look forward to as well.
Yeah.
Then Hydra Detailing, Dane and Anthony, which sealant do you use in the shower wand window? Does your shower time increase due to looking at the beading the whole time? Wow. Wow, this is not a group activity. This is not...
I try to focus less on the beating and
More on the shit.
and more on just getting it done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving along, Hydra, thank you for that. Ronnie Yacht, sprinkler water spots. The heads need to be readjusted to spray away from the car. Well,
I would just try to
sometimes...
park
That
my car
was
away
the
from
most.
the
That's
sprinklers.
Ron. That's a dad answer, and I'm here for it because you're
Yes.
right.
I love that, Ron.
That is, break out the old flat wrench and go to it.
Yeah.
We've got fine detailing. The pink M22 is now my favorite drying towel. Thank you. If you made one in teal, my life would be complete.
loves teal more than Sid.
Oh, this is Ryan.
That's
yeah,
saying
Ryan.
a lot.
Yeah, they're saying a lot.
Yeah. Ryan gave me a big list
We love
at
you, Ryan.
Monterey. Said, hey, I want a teal. This, teal.
Oh, man.
Everything teal.
Do you guys recommend using a drying aid all the time?
No.
You don't have to.
I wouldn't.
Use it
I
as
don't
needed.
like... Is it bad if I say I don't like the drying aid?
I like a drying aid. If you got to use it on a car with protection, just use a drying aid that doesn't have any protection
So-
in it, and you're fine.
The drying aid
Princess is
method
good.
works amazing, right? You do get the nice, soft silk feeling of your paint, but one thing I don't like about the drying aid is the potential of destroying my towels because it's going to gum it up, my drying towel. That's my only reason why.
Gabe wants to protect his investments.
I am very, very specific about my towels.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Next up here.
Dan.
Anthony with the yep, Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan
Yeah.
saying, I love watching people trigger Dane's autism on a live cast.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
bud.
Dan.
And
I
that, you know what
got-
that was? That was definitely the Sequoia joke.
No,
Yeah.
it was the
Yeah,
SUV
that did
truck
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm
It was
sorry,
a-
Dane.
it
I
was a
wasn't trying to
Tism
hit it
joke.
that hard.
Truck-based
Oh my gosh.
SUV. Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
20 bucks.
Holy
A
smokes, look
truck
at
is a
that.
vehicle with 18 wheels, aka semi-truck, just saying.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
weird. If
Luke.
it was a
Ah.
truck, they would just call it a truck, but they call it a semi-truck, implying there are other kinds of trucks. That's interesting. Let's see. There are box trucks, flatbed trucks, tow trucks,
Moving on.
all
See, I
kinds
think
of
of a
trucks.
truck
You could
as
really.
something that
There are
hauls
trucks
some-
under a skateboard. I mean, we could keep going.
Dane,
but
we're moving on from this.
I'm not going to do
The sad
that
part
right
is,
now.
Lucas, it's all going into
The thing,
Dane's
the
bank
thing
account.
is, once this live stream ends, we're still going to have this conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
DRO
started
Kane
this, remember.
saying, hello, Anthony. Anything likely to happen with WD Detailing Products? If anything is going to happen, it would be on Amazon.
Yeah. So look forward to something potentially there. Dan, what is an F-150? He asks. Luke Berge responds, a pickup. Well, what is a pickup if
truck.
not a type of truck? Now, here's where it gets interesting. In Australia, you have the car-based pickups known as utes.
Yep.
So actually, interestingly, the Ford
why did I
Maverick
start?
being a car-based, front-wheel drive focused, there are all-wheel drive versions, but the front-wheel drive base is technically a ute. How fun is that?
my
I
All
agree
right.
with
Not
Dane.
fun, and I'm ready to move
All right.
on.
And then Hans says, trucks only break legs. Way to remind Bergie of a traumatizing experience.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
moving along.
Holy smokes.
Inside
this is getting,
jokes going
This is when the fun
crazy.
gets really happening on the
Ron-
second half. You know what I'm saying?
Ronnie Yacht here. I use 3 ounces of really grungy towels, 2 for regular loads.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, okay. And,
This is pertaining, I'm assuming, to the R2R talk.
Yeah.
ooh, bold words here. Sheepstar saying Gabe should replace Anthony.
Whoa,
He is clearly
whoa, whoa.
smarter.
No, Sheepstar, that's not true. In fact,
You can
I
make
look up to
pulled
Anthony.
pork in a crock pot.
Anthony, cover your ears. I look up to him. He's very, very smart.
the nicest thing he's ever said.
When I do live streams or things like that, and Anthony walks from the office to the main studio, he does occasionally, every single time, screw me up. So I always have to tell him, get out of here.
Yeah,
You
and
silly
he
goose.
calls me Sammy Sosa for some weird reason. I don't really know what
Well,
that
he's
means.
like the Sammy Sosa for doing lives because he just gets up there and he's like, hey, what's up, guys?
Gotcha. So thank you,
Oh,
Gabriel. I
man.
appreciate that. But crock pot, pulled
Crock pot all
pork,
day long, baby.
I think that's fine.
I'm telling
kinda-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I think
Set it
it's
and
alright.
forget it. It's a set it and forget
But like it's
situation.
the same thing. Like, so can you do sloppy joes in a crock pot? Probably.
No.
Yeah, you could.
over time.
You could.
Maybe.
You set
Which
it
I
on
think would
warm,
be the superior.
let it
Honestly, I
sit,
think
come
Crockpot
back.
Sloppy Joes would be the sloppiest of all.
Well, I think that's the best way to eat a
That
loose meat sandwich.
You
Yeah.
And I
literally
don't do
set
that,
it and
so-
forget it.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about a crock pot.
All right,
Right,
moving
D-Lo.
along
Greats
here.
for
We
dips.
just really
Everybody
derailed
loves
here.
seeing
Everyone's
Levi.
saying hi to
All
Levi.
right, lots of love for Levi here.
Yeah.
And Diego, hi guys, I'm in Nebraska and I want to order Ultra Air Blaster Plus. How many days does a delivery take? If you're in Nebraska, that's a
to
good
3?
question.
You're
Yeah,
going to
I
be
think
looking
that's
at
fair.
probably anywhere from 2 to 4, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe bet, Diego.
much. Yeah, that sounds
You'll like
accurate.
that. The Air Blaster Plus is awesome.
Yeah. So if I wonder if he's trying to time it with something. But Joey here, that Sequoia is looking mint.
Some say mint JDM.
They don't
Some
say
would
that.
say that.
They don't say that. Okay. All right.
The closest thing to
Dang.
a
Rough crowd
you know,
here is Mark
a
Carson.
minty tree I can think of would be like a tea tree.
Yeah.
Are you? Hey, you know what I
Hydra-
just realized?
What?
We're all going to be together for quite some time next week.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the start of. It's a good thing I'm having you drive a different vehicle than me.
So Anthony, figure this out on the plane ride, right?
Yeah.
It's me, Jimmy, Anthony, and then Gabe and Dane are together.
So,
So they
Dane.
can spend the 4-hour plane ride talking the difference between a truck and an SUV.
Dane, the question
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
have
everybody
is who's
around
going to be
us would
driving
really
the
like
truck
us.
on this trip?
Okay, we have 4 minutes left
Yes,
here.
we are moving
Detailing
along.
says, quick
hyper
question.
speed.
I love the Rip and Rags, especially for wiping the tires after dressing. And if the towel gets
Yep.
too black, you can just throw it away or put away all the tire. Correct. Yep.
Yes.
That's what's
Yeah.
great about
That's a
Rip and
good one.
Rags.
Yes.
And Joey is saying we need an ad-free Anthony one week.
Yeah.
Oh, that won't
Yep.
happen.
No,
You have to
that
pay,
will
you have to
never
pay
happen.
extra for that. I use the Metrovac every few days. It's amazing. Thank you, Ryan, for
Ryan
confirming that
We're
it is
working on a
amazing.
chill one, Ryan.
Right.
Thanks, guys. Brought to you by Decon Chili.
If he just signs off every single comment with that, like he's just doing an email. Oh my god.
That was pretty good.
Okay. Wow.
Metrovac works great in the junkyard. Yes, it
Wow,
does. It works.
Right.
Thanks
Then
to
he
our
also
friends over at
confirms-
Jalopy Jungle.
Denty Moore is the goat.
But he follows it up with a less than positive.
But no,
turn.
but no, it
doesn't
does
burn
not
clean.
burn clean. No,
Oh,
Denty
boy.
Moore
And we're
will
on to
have you-
page 1.
Denty Moore will have
So-
you sore.
Oh my goodness.
This is what this entire stream has devolved into.
It started with the poop
Oh,
cruise,
man,
and it
it
just
just
got
got
to this
worse.
point, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry I brought that up.
Joey's
Thanks,
sad
bud.
that he hasn't met Levi. Joey, you'll have to meet him sometime.
Maybe it's
All right.
Maybe.
Levi agrees. That's crazy.
Sponsored by
Right.
Joey.
Then Usman here is saying, talking about TV, the new Terminal season on Amazon is really good. I actually have not watched
I've not
that,
seen
so
it.
I don't know that one. And then Levi Wisson take Department Q on Netflix is a banger. More love for that. Fazal
Wow.
usually has detailing questions. Been a while. Just giving you guys a shout out. Picked up an Ultra Air Blaster V2 the other day. Excited to use
Nice,
it.
Fazal.
dude.
Enjoy it. I know
Yeah,
you're going to
hope
like
you
that
love
thing.
it, Fazal.
Then a good question here from Adam Giesemann Film saying difference between KCX NMS and CES. School us. Who wants to go?
I'll give this one to Anthony.
Nano Magic Shampoo, Ceramic Effects Shampoo. Ceramic Effects Shampoo will give you much more of the effect that ceramics will have, right, in terms of hydrophobics. So CES is going to have better hydrophobics. Nano Magic Shampoo is going to have, how do I say this?
Slicker on the contact.
Slicker contact, you're correct there.
Yeah.
Also, it's a thicker viscosity and a little, I'd probably say a little goes a long way with Nano Magic shampoo. And yeah, I'd say it's just slicker. I think CES is a newer version of what Nano Magic shampoo would have been. I don't know if Nano Magic shampoo will stay forever, if it'll go, but I think they're still both
I feel
really
like
good
CES
products.
is also a more hydrophobic. It has more.
Way more.
Yeah.
Way
yeah.
more.
All right. Then Levi here saying Peacemaker has been really great this season.
Yes, it has.
And Steve Pearson. Oh, yeah, I was wondering. I hadn't seen him until now. Hey, friends. A little late, but hope you're having a great week.
Steve.
Steve, what's
I
going
hope
on?
you are too, Steve.
1 minute left here, Dane.
We're
Pick and
working
choose
on it.
wisely.
We're doing
Yes.
really
Well,
good.
we've got it down to XXM Ghost. I think Pedro's permanent new name should be Mickey Thomas.
Ooh, Mickey Thomas. I like that.
I like that. You know,
Who
that could
is
work.
Mickey
A lot of
Thomas?
people are going to confuse it and say Mickey Thompson, though, because they're thinking of the race
Yeah, that's what I
tires.
was thinking
Yeah.
right out of the gate for your truck.
And
you know?
Hydro saying so many new versions coming out, you know, just like of products and stuff. That's the
Yeah.
innovation you'll see is because a lot of stuff is evolutionary rather than revolutionary.
3 Pro, etc.
Hey, you know
Oh,
what? If
my-
we follow the IK sprayers route, it'll be V3 360 plus.
Oh, no.
Point two, it's like a
let's
beta
not
update.
do that. Let's not do that.
We can get really clunky with it if we want to.
What would you recommend?
Charlie Thayer here. What would you recommend for a paint sealant for a new vehicle before winter?
gosh, there's so
I'll be
many good
coating it in
options.
spring once I have a garage.
Hypersil. Try a Hypersil. Hypersil is cool
that's solid.
because you can apply it, then wipe it off like a quick detailer, or you can use it as a rinse aid, and it works just as good. And it gives you really solid hydrophobics. So that's one that I would use. But if you want to go a little less, because you could also do Amplify.
I'm going to say actually Armor Detail Supply Phobic.
Yeah, that's
a
another
one-year
good one
coating.
too.
So
All right. And then
double
the
coating.
Spray and wipe.
Okay. The last comment
That's a
I'll
good
put
one.
up on the screen here I felt was the appropriate one to end on here. Alkaline Towpat, people should know the end of this stream is pretty similar to a typical day with the crew. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
It
It gets
is.
a little rowdy, I would say, sometimes, but we have a good time.
Dan
Yeah.
gets
Would you
it.
say we have a good
He
time here?
understands.
I would say we have a good time.
And I'll shout out Carlos just because it got in right under the wire. Carlos, my alarm didn't go off. I'm late. Carlos, we're happy to have you here.
happy to
Please
see
go
you,
back,
man.
watch this thing from the top.
Yeah.
right.
All right.
That's
So,
going to be it. So
That took us to the end.
It did. Well, boys, over there, Carson and Gabriel, thank you for joining us for
Oh,
today's
thanks for
Q&A.
having
us, man. We,
Car
we
looks
enjoy.
great. We had a
Quite
lot
the
of fun.
pleasure.
We just like
And
to have
we had a
fun
lot of
with
good
you guys.
laughs. Dane, thank you so much for hosting this and running this this comment picker way better than I can. As
You
we learned
really
from
hate
last
running
week.
this thing, don't you?
Hate
Yeah, you
that
were
thing.
struggling last week.
You know what? The multitasking, it is difficult running that bad boy.
It is. It's,
So,
it's not a good
you're all
time.
good,
I've had a
Anthony.
few years to work on it.
Yeah.
But
Dane's
anyway,
a pro.
But if you guys liked what you saw in today's stream, make sure to sign up for the Ride Company newsletter because who knows what could be dropping sooner than later.
Yeah.
And as always, we appreciate you all being here. Have a safe and happy weekend. If you have any questions, then we won't see you next week because we won't be here.
But we will see you the week after
We
that.
will see you the week after. So, yeah, that's it.
See you guys.
See
Take
ya.
care.